Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Thiruvarutpayan, verse number 11. We have completed our first chapter, which is on the Supreme. The second chapter is about Uiyir, Avai, Nilai, which is about the soul. And today we are going to talk about it, rather souls. We are going to talk about this now. When we talk about souls, characteristics, what is it capable of, what are the attributes, all those are going to be discussed in the next 10 verses. So let's look at verse number 11. Pirandha naal melum pirakkum naal polum thurandhor thurapor thogai. If you look at it, if someone is asking me, what is my age? I say, oh, I'm 50 years old. The 50 years old is only for this physical body, not for the soul. And we know that. Saiva Siddhantam talks about that. They say, whenever we are talking about the life of a soul, no one created, it was not born, it is not going to be dead. The soul is an energy which is going to be transformed from one to another. But what is the age that we are talking about is only for this body. That's something which we need to remember. And again, there are 3 stages of life that we go through, and that must be discussed before we understand the meaning of this. There are some technical terms I am going to discuss about here. No choice, we have to take note of those technical terms. The very first term that we need to know is the soul is or was in the form of a Kevala Nilai. Kevala Nilai means it is a state where we are totally unaware of what is happening around us, and we have been encapsulated in literal darkness. And this darkness has come due to Arnavam. We have already spoken about what Arnavam is all about. So I think you guys are clear with that. Arnavam is darkness. Arnavam is something that encapsulates the soul so that the soul is completely hidden. Now what happens is, God is, He is grace. He is the meaning of mercy. He is the meaning of grace. So what He does is, He looks at the soul. He feels so empathetic about this, and then he feels that it's all to be, the soul needs to be happy, but they are just a slave of this Arnavam. We need to do something about it. That is where He showers His grace. Based on the maturity of the soul, we start sprouting like a seed from the soil. We come out. Based on our thoughts, based on how our mind was wandering, God gives us this body. It can be a human body, it can be an animal, it can be a plant, it can be a fish, it can be whatever it is, including an amoeba, right? So it can be a form that is given to us based on our thought, and that state is called as Sagalam. So the first state that we spoke about is called as Arnavam. Second state, Arnavam is completely hiding us, which is called as Kevalam. The state is called as Kevalam. The second state is called as Sagalam. After that, we will slowly start repenting for this particular birth, and we will start realizing that this is not what our journey is all about, and we will start yearning for the feet of Lord Shiva. That is the state of realization, self-realization. And this is what we call it as Suddham. So, Kevalam, Sagalam, Suddham. These are the 3 states. Now, imagine, can you tell us how many people have realized so far? Cannot, isn't it? Can you tell us how many people are longing to be realized? Again, we can't say that. So, if you can't talk about these 2, how are you going to, and some more, we can't even say how many, like right now we can take a census and we can talk about how many people are being born and how many people are being dead in this planet, but just this planet alone. But we don't know about the other planets. We don't know about the other universe. So if you look at it as a total, there's a lot of unknowns. That is why they said soul is infinite. We don't know when we are going to be born, when we are going to be dead. And again, birth and death is only for this body. And we don't know how many times the soul is going to be reborn. We don't know about that as well. There's a very nice poetry that says, I have been born to so many souls. I have given birth to so many souls. I have consumed a lot of bodies, and a lot of bodies have consumed me. I'm bored of this life. It's a very powerful verse. It's a very powerful song. It's actually from Tirumurai. It's a very, very powerful song. When you hear that, you will literally be in tears because the words are so profound. And if you look at it, can we count the lives? Can we count the births? Can we count the deaths? When we can't do that itself, how are we going to say how many souls are there in this planet, in this universe, and in this being itself, right? So the simple answer is, how many souls are there? Infinity. As simple as that. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.